Salut miteinander, wir sind hier in Köln an der Gamescom. Jetzt das Game 2.6, Präsentation mit einem Spielentwickler. Ja, schaut doch zu.
We immediately could relate and say, oh, I could totally picture this or that feature working using dual screen and everything. So that's when we decided, okay, well, we're gonna go back inside Human Revolution and we're gonna get that game out on the Wii U. And you have this opportunity to go back inside the game, and for us it was really important that we did not want to make just a port. I mean, if you go back into the game, take the time to fix everything, polish the game, and add some more extra stuff. So we really listened closely to our fan in the community at IDOS Montreal, so we wanted to do something that they would like and they would love to see on this new installment of Human Revolution. So we actually made a pool of all those feedback, and we made a top 11 list of all the main point they wanted to change in Human Revolution, and we actually answered 10 of those 11 points. The last one being like make the story longer or add more stuff, which we kind of still did answer. So obviously the first thing by bringing the game on the Wii U is the dual screen function. It's all this new feature. So we did some adaptation of the existing mechanics and feature from the game to work using dual screen. So first thing is the new radar. So the radar is no longer on the screen, it's on the second screen. It's bigger, and in the original game you would only see the enemy position but not the level layout. So we kind of tweaked it, so now it's a hybrid between the old radar and a 2D map. You also had all these previous in-game menus, so like your inventory, your augmentation, skill tree, that now have become what we call toolkits. So it's these little buttons on the side of your touchscreen, easily accessible, all by touch, navigable by touch. It's really intuitive and easy to use. We've done some new little feature using the 2D map, so now you're actually able to write and do some scribbling on your 2D map, and those notes that you take will actually reflect on your radar as you play. So you're able to mark some area you're not able to access yet, and then come back later in the game, see those notes and say, oh, that's true, there was something there I couldn't access, and then go back in those places. We also have totally new mechanic in the game that were not existent in the original Human Revolution. For example, I have one right here. So this thing is exclusive to the Wii U because it uses the Miiverse function. What it is, it's called an infologue. So you're able to take a picture of the game, then you can record voice over it. You can go and edit the picture, put some text, put some drawing on it, and once you're done, you create this information package which you're able to share with your friend through the Miiverse. And what it's going to do in their game is going to appear as a small beacon like that, and if you just step on it,
You already activated it.
I did, then I'll just go back, refresh it, I had it. Am I on it? There you go. So when you step on it, you have this, actually the infologue popping up. So you see the picture, you see the scribbling, the input text, and if you would add voice, you'd hear the voice playing as well. So it's kind of a way to share information between your friend, tips about the game, secret areas you find, and stuff like that. Speaking of new game feature, we also have a grenade throwback, so every shooter player knows what it is. You've seen it in Call of Duty, but there was no such mechanic in Human Revolution, so now we have it. Gonna skip the cinematic here. Overall, we also have a lot of technical improvement. So some work have been done in the AI to fix some bug and consistency issues. Mainly also the game benefits from a huge graphical improvement. So we have a totally new lighting system based on what architects use to simulate bouncing light when they're doing 3D model. We also have improved fog and smoke, which is really important in the atmosphere of Human Revolution. We have smoother shadows, and above all, we have anti-aliasing. So the director's cut graphic quality is slightly above the original PC version. And all those improvements are going to be brought also on the PS3, Xbox, PC, and Mac version. Speaking of new feature, we also have some new augmentation. So in the game, augmentation serves as your skill. So as you play the game, you unlock what we call praxis point, and with those points, you're able to unlock some augmentation, which gives you ability or passive ability. And so we have new augmentation coming in the director's cut. For example, in the original game, you had this vision, which let you see enemy through wall. And now, if I lift the gamepad up, I enter this kind of virtual reality where I can move the gyroscope around to control my view. And it displays additional information about the enemy, so I can see their armor type, their health, and the loot they're carrying on them. I was also speaking before about game length, how we kind of did answer that. So we had a standalone DLC with Deus Ex Human Revolution called The Missing Link. It's a 8 to 12 hours DLC worth gameplay, and we had a pre-order bonus mission on Human Revolution as well. It's a 1 hour mission. So both of these are now integrated and seamlessly inside the narrative line of the game, because it happens between two missions of the original Human Revolution. So it's not like you boot up the game and then ask you, well, do you want to play The Missing Link or do you want to play Human Revolution? It's just you play the whole Human Revolution story, and the Missing Link is right where it's supposed to be and doesn't feel like it's extra content popping out. Also, some feature that we felt is really strong and important to take advantage of on the Wii U is the fact that you're able to play a whole game using only the gamepad. So it's really easy from the start menu, press a single button and see no loading, no anything. I'm playing the whole game on the gamepad only, and all the new feature, all the stuff implemented are still working here, so I still have like my toolkit on the side, able to access and everything. Of extra kind of fan feature that we've implemented in the game. So, seeing here, we had the official strategy guide with Human Revolution, so it's a big like official guide for the game. And we've added the section for The Missing Link, the DLC in it, because it wasn't present. And then the whole thing has been digitally implemented inside the game. So just by going in the menu, you can open that up, and your second screen will have all the official strategy guide, so all the information about either achievement, bosses, weapon, augmentation, walkthrough, so you can go in all mission, shows you the best path, you can see all items, and all the walkthrough here. Also, we have one of my personal favorite, the commentary. So we had 12 of the original directors and lead of Human Revolution sit down together, do an exhaustive playthrough of the game, and whenever they had any comment or story to share about the game, the development, a behind-the-scenes story, we would record it. And so if you turn this extra option on, you can play the game, and you could have a small prompt saying, oh, there's a commentary here, would you like to play it? So you just press a button, and it doesn't interrupt the game, doesn't pause the game, doesn't break your immersion. The commentary will just play, and you can continue to play, and you'll hear like new story about casting actors or game mechanic, iteration of boss fight and stuff like that. And we have over 8 hours worth of those commentaries, so there's a lot of stuff to learn. We also implemented our own achievement system for the Wii U version, because the Wii U doesn't have any official achievement system like the trophy on PSN and the Xbox point. So all the achievements are there. The achievement from the DLC are also in old version. And we don't see it here, but it also had the making of video of the game, so it's a 45-minute video.
So these features also on the PS3 and the Xbox 360?
Yeah, everything from the Director's Cut on the Wii, which is the original one, we're gonna bring also to all the other SKUs. So, like I said, the only feature that will not make it are like the info log at the beginning, because it uses the Miiverse. So that won't be in those versions.
Strategy guide.
Strategy guide also, yeah, because it uses. But we're working on something with strategy. Yeah, and the augmentation. But the other SKUs all have the dual screen experience. We're really proud about that. We were able, you know, like right in those versions, still integrated inside the narrative line of the game. The new game mechanics. We also have a new game plus now, so it was requested a lot by our fan in the community. So you're able to finish the game, start a new game plus, and keep your augmentation. So in your second playthrough, you're able to unlock everything and achieve your perfect character. And we're getting here to the first boss fight of the game. Everyone know with the Human Revolution, the biggest criticism was the boss fight. The boss fight were pretty brutal in many ways. There were only like one-on-one firefights in a small arena. And the thing with Human Revolution, it's a strong multi-choice game with multi-path, multi-option. You get to tackle all the mission and achieve all your objectives the way you want in the playstyle you want. But the boss fight will require you to go all gun blazing against the boss fight. So if you were building your character stealth or in a hacking way, those augmentation wouldn't help you or serve at all inside a boss fight, and you were really like weak against those boss. So looking back at the boss, we said, okay, we need to start from ground up and rebuild them. So it's still the same boss. Obviously, the AI is quite similar, and we couldn't change the fact that they need to die for the story to make sense. But now, so we've enlarged it, gives you more room to breathe, to play cat and mouse against the boss. We've added new floors, and we have added stealth and hacking challenge. So you have extra challenge that your augmentation will now be able to help and support your game style against the boss. We've added secret areas that reward pathfinding player inside the boss fight itself. And so now you have new way to deal with the boss fight rather than just gun blazing. So you'll have traps or hacking challenge that can activate turrets to kill a boss fight for you. So like the last boss fight, you have over 10 new ways to deal with a boss fight rather than just all gun blazing. So you can actually kill all the boss fight without firing a single bullet. So we're gonna go ahead and see the first boss fight of the game. Barret is your tank archetype enemy, so able to dish out a lot of damage and able to take even more. So here we are, just gonna get in cover. So the original boss arena was quite similar, but the level would only stop at the first row of pillar on this side and the same on this one. But as you can see, I'm gonna cloak before I die. Like now we've pushed the level way back, so you have more space. I see a camera, it's part of the stealth challenge, so you can see me because I'm cloaked. But if I stay undetected while tackling the boss fight and the camera don't see me, I'll allow myself to have extra way of dealing with the boss fight later on. And if I would get caught, well, it locks me out of certain of those ways to deal with it. So here we're on the second floor. This was not at all in the original boss fight. There was no second floor, so we have a catwalk here. We have the same on the other way, on the other side. I was talking also about secret areas. So like here, I have an air vent. If I go in it, I have a small opening that I can use as a vantage point to probably snipe Barret. So the rail give me a little bit of protection, although it's destructible environment, so it will not last long. Well, am I doing him any damage? Is that effective at all? So I'm logging on a computer here. There was no computer in the original boss fight, and actually allows me to show you how this is approached using the second screen experience. So whatever you get on a computer or get on a keypad to input some code, the screen will appear on your second screen. And that allows me to use my main screen to look around and make sure I will not get spotted while I concentrate on the hacking or inputting my password on my main screen. And then you have all the hacking that is now being done by touch. It's really intuitive, really fluid, it's really smooth, faster. It's like it was meant to be that way. I'm using the stylus just for more precision, but it can all be done using your finger as well. It's like succeeded here. So I'm gonna turn off those camera, make sure I don't get spotted, and I'm opening doors that will lead to yet a new areas that was not in the previous boss fight. And in the same time, right here, you see we have an incoming commentary. So that was what was I talking about. That's developers commentary. So we have GF Dugas here is the original game directors for Human Revolution, and he's talking with Antoine, senior game designer, about this boss fight. What was the first idea, the general vision for the boss fight, and what happened? Why is it not? What was it not that way in the end? And see, does not pause the game in any way. I can continue playing. So here I have two turrets. Those turrets would have been active and hostile against me if I was spotted by the camera early on, but they're not. So I'm gonna blow this door open because on the other side I have yet another computer. Gonna put this here, make sure Barrett don't come, and I'm gonna input the password because I know what it is. There you go. And because of one of the augmentation I have, I can activate those turrets we just saw. And now they're active and they're friendly. So I could either draw the boss, right in front of this one, let him do the work. Or here I see a weakness in the wall, so either destroy it with explosive, or there's an augmentation that lets you punch through weakness in the wall. So now the second one has an opening on the main area, and yet another augmentation allows you to lift heavy object. So I'm just gonna lift this turret and bring the firepower right to the boss. Throw back the grenade at the same time. And there you go. So I've dealt with a boss fight without firing a single bullet, all through stealth, the new zone of the boss fight, hacking challenge. So it all depends on your augmentation, but all the boss fight had a major makeover like this one, and as further as you go in the game, the more augmentation or skill that you have, so there's more and more possibilities, more way to deal with them. So that's the whole idea behind the Director's Cut. So we're talking graphic improvement, new feature like game mechanics like the grenade throwback, new augmentation for the Wii U, the info log also feature for the Wii U. We're talking about the missing link, the original pre-order mission being integrated in it. So the game is longer and it's integrated inside the narrative line of the game. We're talking about all the fan feature like the strategy guide or the developer's commentary and all the dual screen experience. And when we announced and revealed the Director's Cut for the Wii U, the community were so blown away by all the things we're bringing to it, and that it was in no way just a simple port, that they requested to have the Director's Cut available also on the PS3, on the Xbox, or on the PC for those that didn't own Wii U. So since, just like the Director's Cut, we listen to our fan and we want to do what they want, we just had to oblige to that. So we started working on the Director's Cut for those SKU, and we hit two main problems. First, the Director's Cut is all about a second screen, a dual screen experience. So what can we do to bring that feature to consoles that are not working on dual screen like the Wii U is? And then the second problem is that if we're able to achieve it, what happens if you don't have this dual screen experience? Like if I just want to play it with my controller because I don't have any smartphone or tablet, or I don't have the PS Vita on the PlayStation. So we found a solution in being that it's not black and white between dual screen and no dual screen, but you have all the shades of gray in between. So I'm just gonna switch here quickly. So we were able to create the dual screen experience on the current gen. So on the PS3, Xbox, and PC, you're able to have this whole dual screen experience, just like the Wii U. So here, by example, with the Vita, so I still have, my radar being displayed on the screen of the Vita, but the whole game can be controlled using the Vita, and all the new features from the Director's Scott are accessible and are available with this. So I can control, I can do stuff. And it even have the touch functionality. So I'm able to go in the menu appear here. The touch functionality works the same way the Wii U is. And then the thing is, the whole game can still be controlled using only your controller. So it's up to you to choose how much you want to use that second screen experience. Let's say, okay, the whole game on all console can be played using only your second screen, only the controller, or using both. So let's say, well, I like having a controller better because I like having real joystick rather than virtual thumbstick on my iPad or the PS Vita. But I really like doing the hacking by touch or going in the menu and using the touchscreen to navigate. So the dual screen is just a tool that will follow you whatever you do using your controller also. So it's not something you need to set up. There's no like custom setting. It's just you get to choose when you want to use it. I could do one hack and say, okay, I'm doing this hack using my controller still, do another right after, and without changing any option, do it using the touchscreen on my second device and going right back into the game.
As the game before?
Well, the story hasn't changed. The thing that makes the game longer is that you'll have the missing link and the pre-order bonus mission inside the game. So taking into account the pre-order bonus mission was about an hour and maybe 8 to 12 hours for the missing link. You add that to the original Human Revolution game link, and then you have the whole new game plus, which give replayability to the game.